Hello YouTubers and Random.2 fans, it is me, Ozzy, one part of this crazy fucking YouTube channel. I have no idea what it is. Swearing, it happens in these live streams, so if you are a child then, well, you're going to learn swear words anyway, so it doesn't matter. Wow, I look very overexposed. Well, it's because I use a soft light, a softbox, to light myself. That's the I thought someone was breaking into my house then. My cat was scraping the cat litter and it sounded so loud. My god. But yeah, I'm going to get a new softbox at some point so I don't look ridiculously overexposed. And I'm going to add some colour correction to the live streams because I forgot to do it today. But anyway, we'll persevere. How are you all doing, guys? It's great to have you here. So we've got Harry Alpha Scrapper, how you doing? Got Lone Dalek, how you doing? It's good to have you on the stream. And we also have Devron, we have HooTube, and yeah, I mean, I love the name HooTube because does anybody else actually use that? Because it's really, it's a clever use of that word. Emperor of the Daleks, great to have you here as well. Yeah, and I hope you are all doing fantastic. What just happened on your what are you talking about? You're talking about this? This is probably paint. I don't know, or you're just talking about me diving into... Yeah, I have two cats. Let's see if one of them wants to come in. This is all a chill time for anyone who's new to these live streams. We don't take it seriously at all, so it's just a bit of fun. And I'm going to talk about the new format as well in a minute, so yeah. Hey. Come here, Billy. Billy. Bill. Bill. This is the one I'm not that bothered about, this cat. No, I'm joking, I love him. He's cute. No, he's evil. Leela's the other one, but I don't think you guys have seen Billy. I don't think you have. He gets very angry. Don't you, little Bill? Yeah, he wants to go. Go up now. Okay. You're more than welcome to leave, little boy. Oh. He cowers all the time. Ben Atkinson, how you doing? I forgot the 616, the most vital piece of information. But yeah, what is my email? Well, my email, I have a business inquiry email, which I'm going to put in the description for professional use only, but you guys are my friends, so I'll let you use it. MonoSupremeProductions@gmail.com. It's a new email I set up just for this channel. I'm not bothered about having social medias at the moment. They don't really serve a purpose in my life right now. I do plan on getting social medias again when I've got everything sorted out with the different channels and things, because there's going to be MonoSupreme, the home of Who, the one that you are watching right now, MonoSupreme Mania, which is the second channel. Go check that out if you haven't already. And there's going to be a MonoSupreme podcast channel. Now, don't get too excited because it's not happening anytime soon. I don't know. It might be next year. But essentially, we're going to be doing... hoping to do a podcast at some point where I get various different guests on and things like that, but when I've got the correct setup and stuff like that, so it's not right now. Comic Relief soon, isn't it? Hosted by David Tennant. Well, at least there's 1.2 thing in Comic Relief. When was the last time we had a proper Comic Relief or Children in Need special? I can't remember. It's been that long. I think it was it the one where Amy, Rory and the Doctor keep running around in the TARDIS? Is that the last exclusive special we had? Which is 11 years ago. Yikes. Doesn't that really say what kind of a place Doctor Who is in at the moment? Could you put it in the chat so I got it correctly? Because I have a memory like a goldfish. Yes, I will. Just this one time. But then it's going to be in the description of all my videos going forward, so... No, I'm putting Doctor Who... my other Doctor Who email. MonoSupreme Productions @gmail. There you go. Okay. I also rebranded MonoSupreme Mania as well. I'm really happy with the new layout of that channel. Anyway, yeah, let's just have a look at MonoSupreme Mania now. I know you guys are probably sick of me mentioning it, but just for the new people who haven't headed over, hang on. MonoSupreme, and I need to talk about the new format as well, and I'll do that in a minute. What have we got? Screen share. There we go. So I've created a new banner and logo for MonoSupreme Mania, which I'm really happy with this. I think there's a bit of dead space here. I'll fill it in eventually, but yeah, it's film-based primarily, and got Sonic as well. And we got some Star Wars stuff. We got the Batfleck there because he's my favourite interpretation of Batman, and some Doctor Who stuff, vlogs, challenges, reactions, merch, and that's essentially what you get on the MonoSupreme Mania channel. So, yeah, we do want to do some food challenges and stuff, which it should be a lot of fun. Should be very, very funny. But either way, not really relevant to this video. So that's that. I uploaded a tutorial on Audition about the Paradigm voice. I'm going to have to check that out because from what I remember, the one you sent me was really damn good. So, done a huge amount of Dalek renders since we last talked. Well, the more Daleks the merrier, which you will see in this stream as well. And speaking of this stream, it is the first of the MonoSupreme live show, which is something I'm so happy that I've finally got around to doing it. I won't beat around the bush. I'll just, before anybody calls me out, yes, I copied Trilby for the format of the live stream, but loads of other people do it, and it's not about the format, it's about the content. So essentially what's happening is we're going to do a live stream where we cover all sorts, 3 main topics, but other stuff in between for the people who watch the entire live stream. But for example, today we're going to be doing the Dalek ranking, which is going to take a while, so we might speed through that because it's quite a long one. There's about 84 different Daleks on that list. But yeah, that's going to be uploaded separately afterwards as a separate video. The talk of the 60th anniversary is going to be uploaded as a separate video as well, and also the Lego plus Doctor Who games in general is also going to be a separate video as well, from just taken from this live stream, just so you know, it's for the YouTube algorithm. YouTube rewards people who upload regularly, so I thought that's a great way to upload regularly because I don't have to do any more work, do I? So it's fine. I just watched the results, are great. I don't know what that... I have a memory of a goldfish, so I've already forgotten what we were talking about. So, currently working on a... What was... You two, behave. Ugh. Honestly, when you're home alone and you got cats running around the place, it's genuinely quite terrifying. Recreation of the scene from the first Dalek film. Hopefully it'll be uploaded and the message went before I could see it. But yes, I wish you the best of luck with that because the first Dalek film is great. Introduce a new variant, I dare you. Do the one that Captain Jimmy Pie made, the white and gold and black, kind of like Emperor kind of first movie thing, which I really dig that design. But do as you wish. Where was I going? The Ice Warrior. Yeah, I know. I forgot about that. Would anybody be interested in me selling these? I think I could only really do like battle damaged versions because, well, the sculpt, like the seam line is really obvious and there's like cracks in the sculpt because the mold didn't work properly. But I can sell them like this. I don't know because not many people have pointed them out, so I'm not sure if there's an interest. There we go. Oops. I kind of destroyed my display, but it's okay. Okay. Sipping my beverage, and then we'll get into it. This is the original 7th Doctor one with the electronics. It doesn't have batteries in it, so I can't show it off. And this is a custom of Dalek Thay, just with a wash. I've got a video on this on my channel, so go check that out. It's how you rehaul a 12-inch Dalek, and I was taking it apart because part of it broke, but yeah, essentially it's just a more accurate version of what you see on screen. But anyway, right, let's get into this Dalek ranking, shall we? Because it's going to take a while. I might go in now to little different Doctor voices or some other things. I don't know. That's what happens with these live streams. You're always on your feet. You don't know how it goes. So, and yes, the voice tutorial, of course. So, let's go into The Wind, Crush 40. Where's Tom? He'd get that reference. Okay, this is the Dalek tier list, and look at how many Daleks we have to go through today. We've got quite a few. I'm not going to do it in chronological order. I'm just going to do it in order of the ones that are on the list. I've got all of the TV Daleks, and if I'm missing any TV Daleks, then do let me know, and I'll put them in. But I've not included any Big Finish ones because I don't really care, to be honest. I love the Dalek Interrogator Prime design, but that would involve me putting it on the list, and I can't be asked. If I put one on the list, I'll have to put all the others on. So yeah, I'm generally not that bothered about Big Finish Daleks and stuff. I need to get into Big Finish at some point, but obviously that's no disrespect towards Big Finish. Quality, amazing stuff, but it's not really for me. Anyway, it's good that we got the original at the start, so we're going to go for the original. Now, this is the point where I can't see the chat, so I'm going to have to get that up. And I just want a Battles in Time auction, which myself and Richard are going to be doing a retrospect video on Battles in Time, so look forward to that. When you said, "Oh, he's adorable," it only just popped up now on my phone, and I thought you meant the Dalek. So, and the Dalek is adorable. We got 10 people. That's great. Love it. Okay. And a Dalek redesign. That's intriguing. You're gonna have to email me about that. So the original. Well, I mean, you just have to put it in God tier because, well, it's the original. What happens when I press F11? Does it go full screen? I hope it does. You just can't argue with that because it's the quintessential Dalek design, and it's a travesty that it was only ever in one story because it's a perfect design. Like, people were talking about Dalek Civil Wars. Could you imagine well, mind you, it wouldn't really work because they're pure. I was going to say a civil war between those and the Paradigm, but that wouldn't work. Maybe a team up between those and the Paradigm would be great. We've got the Planet Supreme. I do love the Planet Supreme. However, I mean, I love the aesthetic, but it's just the functions of the prop. I hate how the headlight, I mean the eye light, that looked very wrong. The eye light doesn't stay illuminated throughout the entire thing like new series Daleks. It's annoying how it pulses with the headlights, but it was teething issues, you know, they were just getting into it. So we're gonna put this guy on great because it's almost fantastic, but it's just not great. And yeah, we've got different tiers here, which I made myself, which I think are funny. I love these. I think they're badass. The Death to the Daleks. My only problem is the inconsistency of the props, how one of them has orange headlights, which I think looks really good, but I think all of them should have orange headlights, and perhaps maybe they should have had a squadron leader. But you know, superficial, one of those things. The Destiny Daleks. Now, I adore the Destiny Daleks in terms of the colour scheme, but the props are awful, so I'm going to have to put them in good because they had potential, but the props were fecking shite, weren't they? They were falling apart, so... Oh, I'm doing a lot of talking. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Yes, I do have the movie Daleks on the list. And hello there, Gorky Devotee 86. Good to have you here. Okay, so we've got the Resurrection Daleks. I love these guys. I'm putting them in badass because I think it's just a lack of refinement yet again. The props are very inconsistent. Some of them have silver mesh and some of them have black mesh, which on the surface doesn't really matter too much, but it kind of does throw you off aesthetically. The Resurrection Supreme. Now, if we ignore the Madame Tussauds skirt, this is a fantastic design. I'm going to put it in badass because it's almost there. The Necros Daleks. I've got a real fondness for the Necros Daleks. I don't know where this has come from, but all of a sudden I'm in love with the design. So I'm going to put them... You know what? And I think the one thing that does throw me off is the raised neck section, which I don't think looks great, so I'm going to put it in badass. The Remembrance Supreme, I cannot knock. I mean, the Daleks in Remembrance are just fantastic anyway, so I'm going to put this guy in God tier. Like, this is the standard of what... The cat's playing with the toys, and it's... I go away, nerves in my head. There's no one in the house. The Imperial Daleks. Now, on a personal level, I do still like the Imperial Daleks, but they don't wow me as much as they used to. I think they're a little bit bland. I think it's just the fact that all of them are the same. But they're a fantastic design, so I'm going to put them in great. I mean, they're fantastically made props. They're absolutely beautiful. Great design, but there's just something about them which, I don't know. which kind of does lack for me a little bit. Perhaps maybe if they had like a red eye stalk or something, it would like really set them off, but it's just something that's a little bit off for me. And hello, Colin Artwork. It's really nice to have you here. Dalek Sec better be God. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Cool Friday stream. Hey, it's good to have you here. I think it's probably best to do these on a Friday, actually, because it's like end of the weekdays and things, so I don't have to worry about uni too much. And Lone Dalek made a custom Destiny Dalek the other day and made all the other slats and swappable between. Spare one will have bombs. Oh, that's really cool. I've always wanted to do like a thing which you can separate the bombs, but we'll talk about that Dalek later on. The Special Weapons Dalek, yeah, I do still love this guy. He's got to go in badass simply because he's just a badass. He didn't give a shit about, he just fucking just shoots shit. I'm surprised. Well, I mean, due to budget constraints, they couldn't blow up buildings and stuff, but I'm sure he would have done that. If they were to actually bring him back properly, we'll ignore the Witcher's Familiar and the Asylum. If they were to bring him back properly, imagine the damage that this guy could do. Imagine the damage. Okay, so this isn't technically canon, but you know, I put it in there anyway because it's quintessential. The Curse of a Dalek, I can't remember what it's called. Curse of the Daleks. The Supreme Dalek from that. The first time we got a Supreme, might I add. So I'm going to put this guy. I do really like it, but I'm going to put it in great because they were just getting started. But nothing can ever beat the original. So we've got the Rusty Davis Bronze Daleks. Now this is not Metaltron or the Moffat Bronze Daleks. We'll get onto those later. But the Parting of the Ways right through to Stone Earth Journey's End. I think that's when that kind of ended. So yeah, we'll put this in great because I'm not the biggest fan of the Bronze Daleks in the world, but you know, they're still a beautiful timeless design, so I can't argue too much. Recently I've gained a massive fondness for the Dalek Invasion of Earth drones, so I'm going to put these guys in badass. Or do I put them in God tier? I'm going to put him in badass for now, it might change. Is the Black Imperial Dalek on there from the... Yes, he is, but was there a Destiny Bomber Dalek figure? Yeah, there was one. It was released with the 4th Doctor Adventure set. Now, character, when you get to that story, what you need to do 2 sets of that. You need to do a Squadron Leader, which is a dark grey one, and just a generic light grey one, and you need to do another set with the Squadron Leader with the bombs on it, and the Destiny light Daleks with the bombs on it. So get to it, character. I'm not bothered about the Davros in that set, but feel free to do a Doctor and Davros set separately. But anyway, the Emperor's Guards, they've got to go in God tier, aren't they? There's something about the Black Dome, like such a subtle change which works so well. The Emperor of the Daleks, I love this guy, but the only thing is that I know he's massive, but I think he should have been a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to put him in badass. Nope. Badass. And I know I'm putting him not in God tier, even though he is God. But, oh no, you know, I've got to put him in God tier, aren't I? It's kind of the law, really. I'll get put in prison. Okay, so we've got Dalek Sec in his casing. I do love Dalek Sec, but I don't know, maybe they could have changed like the eye colour or something to red. I think he blends in a little bit too much with the rest of the Bronze Daleks. And I think he was kind of ruined by his later appearances in The Witcher's Familiar, so that's why he's not in God tier. We've got the Noodly Dalek. Pardon me. You know, I don't hate this as much as other people do, but I can understand how it looks weird. It just really weird. It just odd. Very phallic. I'm going to put him in meh. We've got the Ironsides. They are a perfect design. They are going to go in God tier because they just deserve that tier. The Paradigm Supreme, I'm going to put him in... This is the Victory one, by the way. I'm going to put him in badass. Or do I put him in God tier? No, I'm going to put him in God tier because I think the Supreme is probably the best out of the Paradigm. And just looks great. Yeah, the Asylum one with the reduced hunchback. I'm going to put that in God tier too. Imagine one's got to be better than the other. So what do I do? What do I do? I'll leave it for now. The Strategist from Victory. I do still love this design, but I now this is controversial. I know people won't agree, but I think they should have gone with a light blue, because I think the blue blends too much with the metallic grey. So you can probably guess where I'm going to put the metallic Strategist. I'm going to put him in great, not fantastic. I put the red in great as well. We got the oh yeah, oh oof, oof, God tier. Love the Stone Daleks. I think they're fantastic. I follow Dalek laws now. I will obey. Mr. Doctor Who 2005. Nice to have you here. Is Daleks from the Time Lord Victorious? No, they're not. I forgot about those guys. We'll put them on afterwards. All the suggestions you guys make, I will put on afterwards when I finished with these main ones. Yep, Lone Dalek just sent me an email, which I'll check in a minute. The Eternal, I adore this guy. He's going to go in God tier. Scientist is cool. Yeah, I do like the Scientist. There's going to be a lot of voice cracks because I'm kind of shouting, so we'll put him in great. And you're probably thinking, Oscar, you love the Paradigm. How come they're not going in badass and God tier? Even I, who love them a lot, will admit that they are problematic. They lacked refinement, let's say. And I think that they should have had different subtle design changes between each rank as well. And yeah, I'm not too bothered about the metallic ones, to be honest. When they're not lit like this, the props look kind of shit, so I'm going to put them in bad. I know people generally disagree with that opinion, but not too bothered about how they look in Asylum, to be honest. Meh. I think we put it in meh. I think I've been a little bit harsh. Drink, so we're going to put the Mutant Reveal Dalek. I did this separately because it's very iconic. You remember how it looks. I'm going to put this guy in. We're going to have to put it in God tier, really, aren't we? Because it's such an iconic look. The Saucer Pilot, is it? I think it was a mistake, so I can't really put him in any higher than this because it wasn't meant to look like this really originally. So yeah, I'll put the metallic red one here as well. I like how they look in low light, but once you illuminate those props, they look goofy. The Supreme, I love this design as well. Put him with the drones in that story. The Chase Guard without the fender, it looks dumb. It really does look goofy. If it had the base, then maybe I would put it higher, but I think it looks kind of stupid, guys. It's a fantastic piece of history, and it's a really cool story, and it's a real good novelty when you watch it, but if you're going to strip it down and look at the essential design of it, without the base, it looks kind of stupid. The one with the fender, now I'm putting this separate from the actual movie design because, well, it's in black and white, so it kind of loses a little bit of the charm, so I'm going to put meh for that. Cancer Research Dapol Dalek, I think that should be put on the list as well. Technically, yes, he's still a Dalek. Yes, I agree. My back hurts. Dun, dun, dun. Love a Chase Guard. But even without the fender, though, the action figure looks great on the shelf with all the others, but without the fender, it looks silly. But that's just a production error, really. It makes you think, like, why didn't they just have it on the bigger base, so then it would look like a guard and look kind of dominating, which they did for the Mechanist scenes. It doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, the 60s Power Daleks, going to put in badass. I don't prefer them to the original, but I love them all the same. Same with the Master Plan Supreme. I think he's brilliant too. And pretty much same with the Evil Guard. They kind of all go in the same category for me. I mean, obviously with the Evil Guard, they had to do a quick turnaround. They didn't have time to make new props or anything, so they had to just repaint the dome. So they could have been something a bit better, I think, and I'd love to do a custom of what I think they should have looked like. But nevertheless, the metallic ones, I think they're good. The metallic planet / day versions, I think they look pretty nice. But nothing really too special, to be honest. And yeah, I'm not that bothered about the Genesis designs. I know people will disagree with that, but I don't know. I kind of like the flatness of the grey. Yeah, maybe I'll put it with good. I think it probably is on the same par because it's the same colour scheme. There's not much difference. really. My back. Ouch, I forgot about this. How my back would start hurting. And we've got the duct tape squadron leader. We're just going to have to put him in bad because... Actually, no, exterminate. it looks terrible. You can't excuse that piece of duct tape. Like, what? What was happening on that day, guys? I love the Gold Supreme. I'm going to put him in great. I think with the 70s Daleks, I just don't really like how they kept the blue eye discs. Because I think in Resurrection, I think the white eye discs look really good. I think maybe a metallic grey eye disc would have made this look a little bit nicer. Sure, it does pop from the rest of the design, but you know, you kind of feel like they just left that on there and didn't. Yeah, the thing is with Daleks in general, in the classic series especially, I mean, they lack refinement because, well, prop making back then wasn't the same as it's able to do right now. I mean, obviously, the paradigm, in terms of props, they're fantastic. Design, it's your opinion, but you can't deny that the props genuinely are stunning props, and especially if you've seen them in real life. We've got the Buzzsaw, part of the Ways one. I do really like this. I think this is great. Quite a few people said that I made the paradigm look more menacing in my Victory remake a few months ago, which I made with lower lighting. Yeah, that's true. I think just that scene is just very problematic in general, which is just why it just doesn't work. But yeah, I think your recreation definitely made it look better, but I don't think you can save a scene like that, really. I mean, obviously it's very nostalgic for me and I love the music and stuff, but yeah, they were just introduced wrong, really. And Mr. TARDIS pretty much summed it up really well in one of his recent videos. What about the BBC 2.2 Dalek? Yeah, from the .2 night thing. We're not going to put that in, but it's very funny, very iconic. Hang on, we already have this guy, so he's going to have to... I must have downloaded 2 pictures by accident, so we'll just put him on the same one. There. Oh, fucking hell. That guy is just... exterminate. I like the colour scheme of this. That's the 5 Doctors one, by the way, if you didn't know. I like the colour scheme of this guy, but, you know, it's... yeah, doesn't look very good, does it? The 2 Swords one, I kind of like. I think the silver doesn't work very well. I think it should have just been black and blue, so I'm going to put it in... I'm going to put it in meh, really. The glass-looking Dalek in Revelation is so amazing. Yeah, we'll get onto that one. He's definitely on the list. There he is. I want to know what happened to the prop. They probably just destroyed it because it was quite a big prop and they weren't going to use it for anything else. So yeah, I'd love to see Glass Daleks make a comeback, to be honest. It'd be really cool to see that kind of thing. This isn't a canon one, but I like this design anyway. I think the gold and the black, I think it... yeah, it's on a par with the original gold and black one, I think. A lot of people don't like the Defense Drone Daleks. I love them. I think they're brilliant. Oh, I just love them. I'm going to put the red one in Badass and the blue one in God tier. I will explain my reasoning. I hate the whole gimmick of when it turns evil, it turns red. I think that's fucking stupid. I really, really dislike that gimmick. Like, I think they did it in the modern Chucky remake. Red eyes means evil. And it's like, just give me a break. Seriously? Like, really? Are you that creatively stifled that you just put red for evil? Crap. But then again, that story was just goofy anyway. I rewatched it recently, I didn't mind it as much, but, you know, it's still super dumb. It's kind of enjoyable on a so bad it's good level, but, you know. Okay. The Paradigm Live props, they're different from the actual on-screen ones. I think the metallic grey bases don't work very well, so I'm going to put them in meh. No, I'm going to put them in good, because I've got a lot of good memories with the live Paradigm props. Now, this one, this is where the differentiation comes in. The Metaltron original prop. Now, the shade of gold was different from the one they used later on. I mean bronze, and it has a gold band around the midsection, which I think makes it pop so well, and I'm really gutted that they took it away from that design. I think it worked so well. I want to know the reasoning behind that, to be honest, because there never was any reasoning. But yeah, I think it's God tier, definitely. Yeah, I love this movie Dalek with the blue neck rings. I'm going to put that guy in God tier as well. We're going to get a lot of stuff in God tier. But yeah, exterminate the Which Is Familiar Daleks. I mean, regardless of what I think of that story, I hate the fact that they have blue midsections. I know it's kind of a purist thing to say, a purist mentality, but I just don't like how the blue looks on the shoulders. I think it really just breaks the design. I know a lot of people like it, but not my thing, really. The defense drone Daleks do sound like the Imperial Daleks. That was a cool, conscious decision by Nicholas Briggs, because obviously he's a massive fan like us. Yeah, I like the change in voice. Yeah, from the original, from the normal bronze Daleks. I like how it has a different voice, but yeah. Going to put the movie one in God tier as well. The movie red in God tier. You can sense a theme with my Dalek likes, because I just like them looking bold. I think this is a little bit underwhelming, actually, the drones from the second movie. I'll put that in great, but I think they could have changed it a little bit more. I do love this one as well, the Supreme. I like the red one too. And I think the gold one's the best out of all of them, so I'm going to put that one there. I found this one funny, the silver and red one. I thought it looked cool, so I'm going to put that one. I don't know the history behind this one. I could have researched it, but I didn't. We've got the Supreme Imperial, even though it's not a real thing, but yeah, I think it looks kind of goofy, kind of dumb. So I'm going to put it in meh. We've got the Metaltron Which Is Familiar version, which we'll put. It's like the dark bronze of the Series 7 ones with a gold band. I don't think it works as well as the original Metaltron, but I think it looks nice. I think it breaks the design up pretty well. The Three Boys Coppin loves the movie Daleks. I think it's pretty much a general consensus that design is just fantastic, really. And if you disagree, then that's fine. I appreciate that opinion, but they did so much for the Daleks, did those movies, so that's why I rank them so highly. My cat's still playing. This is a cool one, an elusive variant. We've got the Paradigm Emperor's Guard, which you see for a very split second in the Eternity Clock. So we'll put this guy. I think it's better than the drone design, so I'm going to put this in badass. We've got the Terranation Dalek. I love this guy. A bit of a goofy looking design, but I think it looks kind of cool. I'm going to put it in great. Now, everybody hates the Resolution Dalek, but I think it's fantastic for the purposes of the story. So I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in badass. I think it kind of did like just something. I think it's just I don't like the sensor globes being big. Really, I think it kind of throws the design off and makes it look cartoony. But overall, I appreciate what they did in the story, and I think it suits the story really well. So I'm going to put it in badass. The Glass Dalek is God tier, because it's just fucking awesome, man. It's just it's so atmospheric, so creepy, disgusting. I love it. The Space Museum Dalek with the little Willy inside it, by which I mean William Hartnell. It's cool. I think the silver on the eye takes away a little bit from that design, so I put it on the same one as I put, the Curse Supreme in great. The Pupil 60s Dalek, I'll put that in. I'll put that with the other 60s ones, I think. The Oswin Dalek, don't think much of it, to be honest. Rusty, I think the design is fantastic for the character. I think it works really well, but in terms of visually appealing, it's not really that visually appealing to me. So I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in good because it serves the story really well. So, we won't talk about that. I'm not a massive fan of the Red Supreme. I know it could get me kicked out of the Dalek community, but yeah, I'm not that bothered about it really. I think the fact that it came back in the Which Is Familiar kind of just ruined it for me, to be honest. And I think they should have done a more vibrant red, but maybe it wouldn't have matched the Time War design. So, just die Which Is Familiar Daleks. The Series 7 ones, I think they're bad. They don't have much depth to the paint. I don't really like them too much. The Weetabix Dalek, I think that's bad as well. I know it's a gimmick, but yeah, not great. I love Dalek Thay with the panel, so I'm going to put him with the other Bronze Daleks. I think it's a cool design. We've got the red-eared Resurrection Daleks. We'll put this guy with... I'll put it in meh. I think it kind of does take away from the design a little bit. I kind of like this Witches Familiar one, actually, so I'm going to put that in good. I think it's not accurate to the Remembrance ones, but it looks kind of nice. And I just realised that I forgot the Renegade Remembrance Dalek, so we'll put that on afterwards. I'll take a break before that, though, but we'll do that in a minute. So we've got the Emperor from Evil of the Daleks. You've got it, put it in good God tier, or maybe I'm going to put it in badass. I don't know, it's influential, but also it could have been bigger and more threatening. It could have had head movement. Okay, so we'll put it under the prefix of if it was bigger and if its head moved around and stuff, like people have done in the fan animations and stuff, it would be God tier. So I'm going to need a wee in a minute. I'm going to keep you guys in suspense, so we're going to have a little bit of a break. Press F11, go back to the stream. Okay, just read a couple of messages, by which I mean comments. Sorry, my brain's starting to fry now. Someone needs textures for the walls and floors. Good luck with that. But yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and after that we will finish the Dalek ranking. We'll add the Time Lord Victorious ones, because I forgot, because I'm a genius. And the Renegade Remembrance ones as well, we'll add those too. So let's just take a little bit of a break. I'll see you guys in a minute. Is the Dalek from It's a Sin here? Yeah, but they're literally just the Death Daleks and the Resurrection Daleks. I think there's not enough difference to justify that. But anyway, I'm going to go for a wee, so I'll be back in a minute.
only 43% of our viewers are subscribed to the MonoSupreme YouTube channel. This is unacceptable. YouTube content is operating at maximum efficiency. Without the likes and comments, the Dalek race shall cease to exist. All humans must be forced to be part of the MonoSupreme Empire. It will be done. They will subscribe or be exterminated.
Alright, we are back. You guys didn't notice that. Have a good night, Colin Outwork. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe YouTube filters out emails. I think the YouTube chat maybe doesn't allow me to put my email in there, because I definitely did put it in, but it probably just didn't work, so yeah. It's fine, I'm sure you'll be able to remember, Devon. I believe in you. And if you don't, afterwards I'm going to put it in the description of the video, so don't worry too much. Monster of Monsters, great to have you here, man. It always lightens up the mood when when another one of my viewers comes in. It's like, another one. It's I love it. You guys are really loyal. Like, comment, tap that notification bell. Exactly. I really don't care for their looks as long as they have good character development, then it's cool. That seems to be a problem with New Who, getting young and attractive women constantly as companions. I'm sure you guys, were you talking about companions in the chat? I mean, I don't personally mind that, but, you know, no, but in all seriousness, they really need to shake it up. There's no reason, absolutely no reason at all, that Dan couldn't have been from the Edwardian era or something. I thought that when I looked at a picture of Dan in his old looking costume, I thought, well, why didn't they just do him as a character from then? Because, well, it's views, isn't it? Of course people are going to latch on to John Bishop playing John Bishop. I mean, I just, you know, I don't like to be too negative, but I really don't like Dan at all. I know a lot of people love him, but you love the memes, and you love the fact that it's John Bishop, because really, what is Dan's character, really? But, you know, I'm not going to take it away from you. If you like him, that's great, but there's nothing to him. He's just such a bland... He's just Graham Mark II, but from Liverpool instead of Sheffield. But that's just me. Exactly, Monsters and Monsters. Evil Dan. It can't be a substitute for the writing in the show. You can't substitute it for memes. I know memes do well, but I mean, for God's sake, The Mandalorian, Baby Grogu, Baby Yoda was a fantastic marketing success, but it was a well-developed character, so, you know, do both. Why not do both? Anyway, let's go back to the Dalek ranking, and the beauty of me editing stuff afterwards is that if you watch the Dalek thing afterwards, then you won't be able to hear the intermissions and stuff, so a more condensed format. So we've got 6 more designs to go through. A lot of this is nostalgia, but I just love the mutant opening Dalek Sec. I know I put Dalek Sec a little bit lower, but it just looks so cool. It's kind of really stupid looking, but I love it. I love the fact that it's got really long tentacles. I take that any way that you will, but, you know, I'm into that kind of... No, not really. But if I was into that kind of thing, well, yeah, I'd have to turn off the stream and say I'm back in 10 minutes, guys. I don't know why I put this goofy-looking Dalek in there. It's kind of funny. I'm going to put it in great because it's just ridiculous. The Paradigm should look like that, shouldn't they? Well, I think people would have just stopped watching Doctor Who altogether if that happened. One of Terranation's personal Daleks, I think this is a really, really nice looking design. I'm going to put it in God tier, because I think red and black works so damn well with the Daleks. I did a recolor of the Paradigm drone in those colours, and it just looked fantastic. We got the Wilkie Dalek with one panel at the back. You've got to put him in God tier, because, I mean, he is the crux of Doctor Who. Like, as soon as you take out the Wilkie Dalek, you take away our freedom, okay? You take away our everyone's freedom! Exactly, the Wilkie Dalek. Beautiful. I love the Suicide Bomber Daleks. I'm going to put them in badass, simply because they weren't refined enough. I think if they'd be in god tier if the props were good, but the props were crap, so... I just love the light grey against the orange and yellow of the bombs. I think it just looks so iconic. And you've got to put this guy in external... What a terrible, what an awful... I don't know what they were thinking with this Emperor, like, giving him a big head. I think that's really, really stupid. I don't know how anybody likes this design. It's ridiculous. And in case you couldn't tell, I was joking, because it's a fantastic, amazing design, and it's going to go up there with the original 1963 Daleks. I adore this design so much, guys. It's ridiculous, and I want to see if you guys thought I was being serious. Didn't share my screen. We're not redoing that. No, I'm gonna have to redo that because shit. Someone's coming in. Hi, Layla. Yeah, you can hear her. I feel like I'm gonna have to do that again. So this is why I edit my... I'm gonna edit the little bits afterwards so you guys don't miss. So all that thing about me not liking the Emperor as a joke is completely under the rug, isn't it? Gonna have to drag and drop. No, I can't change it. Fun. Hell. Oh. Okay. Technical hiccup for afterwards, guys. I ended up not sharing the screen. So the ones I put in is I put the Destiny Bomber Dalek here. I put the Crayola Dalek here. I'm getting harassed by the cat. Go away. Go away. Oh. What? 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 This is why you're not allowed in when I do. No, come on. Come on. Go. Go. I've had enough of her. What do you think about Eve of the Daleks? Gatling Gun Dalek. I don't like it. Yes, I love the movie Daleks. He who doesn't love the movie Daleks just shouldn't be watching Doctor Who, is essentially what I'll say. I've completely messed this up for myself afterwards. I can't remember what I put in. I put those two in. I put the Emperor in. Great. I've completely forgotten. I think I'm going to re-record this bit afterwards. So I can look back at what I did. Oh no. What was it? I'm going to have to look back at the video. No, I didn't record that bit, so I can't see what I did. How are we going to do this, guys? Because I've forgotten. So I'll go in afterwards and lie about where I'm placing them. Okay, so we're gonna do another take, guys. So yeah, I love this design. I love the Terranation prop. I think the red against the black and the silver just works so well. So it's gonna go in God tier. And did I do the Wilkie bit? The Wilkie Dalek as well? And the Wilkie Dalek, there just wouldn't be a show without the Wilkie Dalek. So we're going to put this guy in God tier because you just have to bow down to the Wilkie Dalek, okay? Don't ask questions. We've got the Crayola Dalek, which I don't know the origins of this guy, but it's one of the original props. I think like the skirt or the shoulder section or something still survived, and it made it onto this prop. It looks so dumb, but it's kind of funny at the same time. The Destiny Bomber Daleks, I think they are fantastic, so what I'm going to do with this guy, I'm going to put it in great, because it's almost there. The props weren't fantastic, but, you know, it's a really nice design. I love the light grey against the orange and the yellow. What else was there? It's funny how I'm doing this for myself afterwards. Oh yeah, the Mutant Dalek Sec. So yeah, the Mutant Dalek Sec reveal, I do love this. It's very nostalgic for me, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put him in God tier because, well, you just have to bow down to that green tentacle mutant, because I just love tentacles, okay? Don't ask questions. So finally, we have the daddy himself, the big daddy now. What do I think of this? I think it's terrible. I think it's awful. I think it's the worst Dalek design in history. I just can't grasp how they thought of doing this. But you all know I'm joking, so I'm going to put him in God tier because I'm going to put him right there next to the original design because it's a fantastic design. So yeah, that's it for the Dalek ranking. No, it's not, because we were going to put the Time Lord Victorious one in there as well. Okay, let's put the Time Lord Victorious Daleks. I'm going to branch them all in one because, you know, I've not seen Time Lord Victorious, and I think all the designs kind of blend for me anyway. So I'm going to put this guy, TLV Daleks, and Renegade Remembrance Daleks. They were the two that I was missing, wasn't it? Renegade Daleks. Gonna put Renegade as well. Renegade. Okay, we'll update the list. So what we'll do is we'll add those two in, and we'll also put in the TLV. No, do I have to? Oh, come on. Not going well, is it? Renegade. TLV. There we go. We're going to put those in. We'll submit, and then we will... Fuck off, you Tory. Okay. The Renegade Daleks, they are going in God tier because... yeah, I just love these guys. I love them so much. And the Time Lord Victorious Daleks, I don't really care about this design, to be honest. I don't think they work very well. I'm going to put them in bad. I know people like them, but I saw them and I just went, that's the best you're going to do? Really? So, I know people don't like me now. Okay, yeah, that's my Dalek tier list. Now, you probably disagree with a lot of what I've said, but that's okay because we're different people at the end of the day, so don't worry about it, guys. What else? I'm going to look at the chat quickly, if YouTube lets me do it, because YouTube's great. Cancer Research Dalek, yes. Research Dalek, I forgot to put this in there, guys. Yes, the beautiful. Are we not taking the list seriously anymore? Because I'm taking it very seriously. Cancer Dalek. That makes it sound like it's out to give you cancer. Jesus. Dark humour, guys. There's nothing wrong with a bit of dark humour, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Cancer Dalek. I'm a big Ricky Gervais fan, so, you know, that should say it all. Submit. Okay, we're going to put the Cancer Dalek in God tier. Whoa! Whoa! Whoop! 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 Love it. Love it to pieces. Now, this pretty much should just sum up what I just love about... I just love the different types of Daleks, really. I think that's what sets it off for me. Yeah, and the crap ones... Yeah. You just don't speak of the Witch's Familiar 60s Daleks because they look atrocious. Oh, I forgot the Guard. I think that's slightly better. Oh. Okay, we'll put that one in, and then we're going to call it a day for the list because we need to do the other subjects as well. God Dalek. No, not God Dale. This guy. I do actually quite like this. TWF. Edit. It's funny how I don't like the blue on the shoulder section, but I think it kind of works on the one with the black dome. Strange, isn't it? How the little differences make such a huge impact. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna put that one in good. Yeah, I just don't like the blue eye because I don't like how they did that. I think it doesn't work. But yeah, that's my list, guys. Let me know what Dalek designs are your favourite in the comments below. So that's it for that. Breather. Oh, wow, that was difficult. Way more difficult than it needed to be. 14 people. How are you all doing? No, it's all just one word, all lowercase. MonoSupreme Productions. I don't think it matters if you do capitals in emails. Yes, I did the Golden Supreme. I think I went on Dalek 63888 and a couple of other websites as well. So I think I got the majority of them all. But yeah, we'll talk about the next subjects because I feel like we won't finish if we don't. So someone like Trilby can do 3-hour streams, but I can't because I think I just need a new chair, to be honest. Okie dokie. Hang on, just let me gather my thoughts. I'm just gonna have just another very quick break just to get my my breath back. I'll just be back in 60 seconds. See you in a bit, guys. No, I didn't forget to unmute the microphone. How many times do I do this? I'm going to get a lot of unsubs because I forget to unmute the microphone. So we're going to have to say that all again. This is it. Don't get scared now. Which YouTuber says that? Let me know. Okay. So the next topic, I think we should jump straight into the 60th anniversary. So, you guys... Yeah, it's funny how the We Can't Hear Yous are coming up now, but the 60th anniversary, what do you guys think? I'm going to have a bit of a hot take in the fact that I'm against the idea of the 60th anniversary, but I'm kind of not at the same time. We'll talk about the good things to do with the 60th anniversary. Obviously, for merchandise, it would be great. Because if you look behind me, you can see above my fingertip the 30th anniversary Sonic logo. We've been getting a lot of merchandise from the Sonic franchise because it's the 30th anniversary. And yeah, I check my emails after the stream because I don't want to disrupt the flow. But thank you. What was I going to do? Yes, the 60th. I don't like... yes, I do like... This is going to be fun to edit because my brain's dead. And yeah, the Kevin McAllister thing, you got that right. Okay, yeah, it does great things for the strength of the brand, does an anniversary special. It obviously gets it back into the public consciousness. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. Because we've got so many Sonic figures as a result of the 30th anniversary. They're going into the back catalogue. And we've got a Mecha Sonic figure, for God's sake, from Sonic 2. Insanity. Well, Silver Sonic, but, you know. Tom's here. Great to have you here. Do you think there should be a comeback of TARDIS console playsets, like the classic consoles and maybe some other ones? Well, that'd be nice, but it's not going to happen because with Character Options as our our master toy partner, it's not going to happen. Don't ask me why. You're going to have to ask. The thing is, if you ask them, they'll give you the same thing of, oh, Doctor Who doesn't make enough money to sell that kind of stuff. But, well, I think it's more of a case of they don't sell the products well enough. They don't... utilize the brand well enough to sell it. But that's an entirely different video, guys. Yeah, imagine if we did get a return of the Doctor and Dalek 2-packs, or something like that, like 60th anniversary Doctor and Dalek wave. That'd be fantastic. That'd be great. I'd love that. So it'd do great things for the strength of the brand, like I said. But my hot take is anniversaries are always rushed. Let's look at the 50th anniversary, for example. Moffat wanted Eccleston to come back, and obviously Eccleston said no. Who do you think is the best looking girl from Doctor Who and Torchwood? Guys, if you're watching afterwards, in the live streams, the viewers, they just ask great questions, and I love it. But that's a good one. Clara, probably. Jenna Coleman. A bit more inclined to say. Yeah, probably Clara. I do kind of like Zoe as well. I mean, all I have to say is the mind robber, and you guys all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's stop being perverts for a minute and just talk about the 60th. Yeah, the 50th was rushed. There is no secret about that, because, well, Moffat promised the BBC the Olympics, like he said, and obviously that was kind of a lot to ask for from something like Doctor Who. But I think overall it turned out okay. It didn't turn out too bad. I think the addition of the War Doctor it worked. But obviously the script was written to accommodate for Christopher Eccleston originally, so it had to be very quickly rewritten. But I think Moffat did a good job, to be honest. But I just don't think he did a great job in encapsulating the entire mythos of the show. An Adventure in Space and Time and all the other stuff around it did a fantastic job, but I think the episode itself didn't do fantastically. And it only brought Tom Baker back for the classic Doctors, and you're thinking, what makes him so special? I know he's the fan favourite, but, you know, he's not on a pedestal as far as we're concerned. Yeah, maybe like they could have an anniversary wave where they do like the 12-inch Daleks as a comeback and do like a load of classic ones and things. That'd be a really cool anniversary wave to have. Yeah, it's a funny one, because the example that I will give is Sonic the Hedgehog again. I'm going to do a lot of comparisons, but if you're a Sonic fan, Tom, you know what I'm talking about. For the 20th anniversary of Sonic, was it the 15th? I can't remember. I think it was the 15th. But essentially they did a game called Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Now, they made a massive game with that. It had the potential to be one of the best video games of all time because of the sheer scope of the goddamn thing and the massive cast list. But they were given so many restrictions and deadlines to make it come out on the date of the anniversary, so they ended up rushing the final product, which... it made it notorious and infamous for being one of the worst games ever made. Now, I personally like it, but overall it wasn't a very good game because it was rushed for the anniversary, and I just feel like them doing a 60th, so they just haven't taken enough of a break between the end of the Whittaker era and the 60th to really build up a good enough special to accommodate 60 years, because they had plenty of build-up for the 50th and they didn't use that very well in terms of like being a celebration of 50 years. So I don't think 60 years, a 60th anniversary, is going to be any good, because, well, they just can't, they don't have the time to accommodate for everything, and they haven't had the significant planning time that they need for a project like that. Honestly, you'd need more than a couple of years to really do a fantastic job. You'd need like an entire series of episodes to accommodate for classic fans, well, for 60s fans, 70s fans, 80s fans, Wilderness Years fans, 2005 Maurice T. Davis era fans, Moffat era fans, Chibnall era fans. It's a mess when you get into it, so I don't really think an anniversary in that regard, trying to cater to people, would work. But having a very broad kind of narrative for a 60th and maybe taking it in a new direction, well, maybe that could work. Maybe an anniversary that doesn't look at the past but sets up the building blocks for a new positive future could work really well. That was for the 15th anniversary. Yeah, it was. Getting sick of being reminded how bad it was. whenever a new game is announced. I know everyone compares it to Sonic has had a rough transition in a 3D and brings up Sonic 06. Like I said, I personally adore the game, but a lot of that's nostalgia and a lot of that's what could have been. So I don't think it was a terrible game overall, but the general reception was it was a bit of a train wreck. And yeah, pun entirely intended there. If you know that game, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the idea of a 60th anniversary, it scares me. I'm not very optimistic for it because given how the 50th turned out, it wasn't a train wreck, but it failed to be a 50th anniversary in my opinion. And I don't know, there is kind of like a cheapness and a gimmickiness to it, and I kind of understand what Eccleston was saying when he talked about it more being like a cash grab. I don't think that's true, but the fact that it kind of feels a bit gimmicky and not really significant in terms of a wider narrative, I appreciate the sentiment behind that, but it's an anniversary, it's a bit of fun, it's meant to be a bit fluffy, it's not meant to be taken too seriously. So I don't think they should do anything world-altering like they did in the 50th with the Time War, because, well, it should just be a bit of fluff like the Five Doctors, really. Well written, just well, fantastically done, bit of fluff. It's a love letter to the show. I think if they were to do something like that, then it would work. But yeah, like I said, I'm just very worried about the fact that it could be very rushed and not do the job properly. I wish we got standalone consoles from classic TARDISes with moving rotors like the one from the 70s with the Daypole. Yeah, I've seen that. It was great, but hey, start up a GoFundMe and or whatever, a Kickstarter or whatever, and if we get enough signatures, then perhaps Character Options would make it. Nobody ever signs those things, even though they claim, oh, I'd love to have that. Nobody ever bothers signing the petitions. I remember they did a petition for the 60s console room, and I know for a fact more than like 3,000 people would want one of those, but people are just too lazy. Like, if a video got 10,000 views saying, sign this petition, only about 800 people would bother signing the goddamn petition, so it's stupid. And yes, that is bullshit, because Adventure 1 is my absolute favourite Sonic game of all time, so yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, let me know, 60th anniversary, what you guys are thinking. Should the Daleks be the main antagonist, because seeing as they were there in the beginning? I don't know. Because, well, they're not doing anything interesting with the Daleks anyway. I think if they were to do something with the Daleks in the 60th, they'd have to do a greatest hits, wouldn't they? They'd have to bring the original designs back. I think that would be the best move to do, to really go, oh my god, the originals are back. So that would be a great idea to do that. Perhaps them with the boring bronze designs that we all know and are bored of, maybe. Nah, I'm not bothered about the bronze designs. Well, I don't want to see them for another minute on screen anyway, so that's just me. Yeah, 60th, weird. I really didn't like the whole War Doctor idea. I just found the concept stupid. If Chris didn't want to come back, then just bring back Paul. Yeah, I can. It's kind of weird because I'm kind of on the fence with that, because I think Night of the Doctor did a good job at bridging the gap, and maybe it would have gotten in the way in the 50th. Maybe Paul McGann would have been too good for the other two to handle. But yeah, in an alternate reality, we could have seen Paul McGann in the 50th. That would have been amazing, really. It would literally take you about 10 minutes, Brandon, to set up the petition to get a classic console. So, Crinoids, that would be fantastic. I think if you'd have a 60th, it'd be nice to put all the returning monsters in, not the shit ones, but the ones that haven't come back yet. I think the Crinoids would be a fantastic utilisation of that premise. To get, well, that's something for the classic fans, isn't it? If you get all the classic ones that haven't come back and put them in the 60th, then, well, it would make them happy. And yeah, the thing about the Doctors, it's a weird one. I don't know whether you should bring back the classic Doctors and things. Like I've said in a previous video, I wouldn't mind them recasting Doctors for the sake of the story. I mean, David Bradley works well enough as the first Doctor anyway, so why stop there? But I think as long as you have the original 80s Doctors in there somewhere, maybe as like a voiceover or something, then that'd be great, like they did with Rise of Skywalker. That would please everybody, so I think they should do something like that. I think they should keep Daleks a secret and have them return the 60th with a new design. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Like, taking the Daleks in a new direction whilst also reflecting on the past with some classic monsters like the Crinoids and stuff. I think that would be fantastic, because the Daleks are kind of a bit tired in terms of constantly reusing old designs, so perhaps maybe having a brand new design and having some new classic monsters would be great. Yeah, Paul would have wiped the floor with David and Matt anyway, so... Hang on. The chat isn't refreshing on my phone. The Crotons and the Monoids from the class. That would be really cool. That would be really nice. That would be really cool. Really nice. Omega should be the antagonist and reboot the universe so the Timeless Child is retconned. Yeah, it's funny, because even if you do like the Timeless Child, then the story arc never went anywhere anyway, so it's kind of just like a thing that's there and sticks out as this thing that Chibnall did for some reason. The Keyring of Rassilon, it's good to have you here. I think Axos and the Axons would be great for a return. That would be fantastic, because I think they would be really great for an anniversary special, because they could do a one-time return. A bit like the Autons in Series 1. I know they came back in Big Bang and stuff, but having just that one appearance from a classic villain, which don't really work as well in the new series, but having them just return in an anniversary special, I think would be really good. See, we're shaping our own 60th here, guys. Now, I'm busting for the toilet again. This is the third time I've gone to the toilet, but don't say anything. So, yeah, I'm going to go, but I want to see your guys' hopes for the 60th, and whether you're optimistic or pessimistic, just let me know. I'd be very interested to know. So, break screen. I got to remember to unmute the microphone when I come back. I'm back with some crisps. Jassigs, voiced by Bill Treacy. Yes, that's what we need in the 60th. That'll fix Doctor Who. Alright, breath now. Yeah, we've got a lot of love for Sutek in the chat. Yeah, why haven't they made Sutek come back? Weird. I do need a bucket under the desk, you are right. Okay, there we go. Okay, but in terms of, yeah, the 60th in terms of logistics, how would it work? Would we just get an hour-long episode? Is that confirmed? Is that what's happening? Which 5 Who fans would return? Yeah, I agree as well. That'd be really nice. Yeah, how would the structure of the 60th look? If it were up to me, and if they had time to prep this properly, then what they should have done is they should have taken a break after Capaldi. People aren't going to like this, but they should have taken a break after Capaldi, left it, built up the budget, built up the cast list, built everything up, and made Doctor Who come back with the 60th anniversary special, which I think should have been Time Lord Victorious, because it's an alternate dimension thing. You kind of put the, and this is a very controversial opinion, but it's just what I would have wanted. You put all the stuff from Hartnell to Capaldi to the side. You have David Tennant as the main Doctor running the 60th anniversary with Paul McGann and perhaps the Fugitive Doctor as well. Something like that. But I am watching this and typing this in class. Oh crap, here comes the teacher. Hi teacher, how you doing? Are you from the other side of the world? Let's hope there's a bit more effort than something like 90 minutes. Yeah, and something like 90 minutes. Yeah. It should be definitely longer than the 50th, I think. Because, like I said, I'm personally not that bothered about the idea of a 60th anniversary. But for the sake of the brand, I think it would be good. And I think it'd get it back into the public consciousness again. And it'd get us more merchandise, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, you need to go all out if you're going to do you need to justify why you're going to do it, because it kind of feels a bit weird, like, oh, 60th anniversary special and Rusty Davis is coming back soon. It's like, but you should be focusing on the 60th anniversary special. Yeah, I think Rusty will go for a two-parter feature-length ep. He has the clout if he wants it. I suspect it will happen. We're talking about Rusty the Dalek. I think that Rusty the Dalek should be the main protagonist in the 60th anniversary. We're not taking ourselves seriously here, guys. This is meant to be uploaded afterwards, because it's going to be part of like I'm taking these segments of the live shows and putting them on afterwards as extra content on the channel. So let's get back on topic. Let's be serious. No, this is an advert for the live streams. We always piss around in these. So, the monk. That'd be interesting. Maybe he has to help the Doctor in some way. Rusty. Oh, are you talking about Rusty as in like Rusty Davis? I can't remember. I think it's Russell D Davis doing it because, well, I don't think the BBC would trust Chris Chibnall doing a 60th anniversary, to be honest. And that's not me hating on the guy. It's just I don't think he's capable. But I think he's good at writing old monsters, so weird, isn't it? Because I think he could do a very trashy, bingey, not take it very seriously 60th anniversary, but I think Rusty Davis obviously is a much better character writer, and you'd be able to take what's going on a lot more seriously and stuff like that. No, let's not bring the Rani back. I want this to be an ongoing joke about how the Rani never comes back. I just don't like the Rani anyway, and it was so dumb, wasn't it? Why? Hello, I'm another evil female Time Lord. And it's like, well, Missy kind of just took that baton out of your hands. So, you think they should do a series based on Time Lord Victorious? Yeah. They should have had some visual medium that wasn't the crappy Dalek animation to accompany it as well. But I think a movie would have been the better idea. Because, well, David Tennant would be the lead, and people love David Tennant, so it would make money. Whether or not it'd make its money back, I don't know. Rusty Davis. Don't worry, you can leave if you want. You don't have to apologise about not being here. It's fine. Yeah. Where are we? Maybe a Time War Victorious series. Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of a bit bored of the Time War now. I think like we need to move into a new direction. So yeah, the 60th. It's weird because we don't have any information to go off of, so we're completely speculating. There's nothing for us to latch onto. It's weird how nothing's been said. Like, it's next year. We should be getting stuff about the 60th now. So they're not really taking it. They can't be taking it that seriously if we've not got anything right now of the 60th anniversary. So it's bizarre, guys. Will they do a Sonic 06 and rush everything out to a deadline and the actual product will end up broken, even though it could have been good? Yes, I think that's going to happen. I think that they're going to crash and burn with the 60th. Maybe on the surface it won't, but I feel like on rewatch the 60th anniversary it'll be, this could have been a lot more. Because if they had time to plan the 50th, they should have had even more time to plan the 60th. So that's my 2 cents on it. I want all the Doctors to come back and classic companions. Well, if you can write a script that fits into 90 minutes that accommodates all that, then be my guest. And yeah, I think the Mechanoids would be really cool to have back as well, because we've not seen them since on TV. Something to fight against. The Daleks and the Mechanoids and the Movellans all at war with each other. Like, that's a great premise to have. It just works. It's tried and tested. It works. The Time War's been and gone, yeah. Rendering a frame of my movie Dalek scene recreation. Scary. What resolution is it in? Is it in 4K? Because that would destroy your computer if it was in 4K. Okay, I think we can probably stop talking about the 60th now, because we don't really have much to go off of. Okay. I'm gonna keep saying okay. I ran out of me Haribos. Only on these streams, guys. You say stuff like that. Yes, we should create a petition to bring the Mechanoids back at least. But yeah. And the Thals, yes. This is how you please Dalek fans. You bring stuff like that back. And Mutos as well. Like mutated remains of the Khaled species. That would be really nice to see. And the Dals as well. Obscure comic reference. But yeah, Doctor Who isn't made just to cater to old fans, so. But yeah, the Daleks do definitely need a worthy adversary. I think the Cybermen could be, but Russell T Davies decided that Daleks were invincible, so we could have had an epic confrontation between the two races, but we got Doomsday, so. Okay, as long as you don't touch your computer while it's rendering 4K, I'm sure it'll manage. Oh, tell me a brilliant idea for the 60th. Well, if we were doing 70th, then it'd be 75th, wouldn't it? And I think that's what they should have waited for, to be honest, because, well, you kind of have to stop the train, gather your thoughts together, or do it through a different production company and do like a 75th cinematic special or something like that. You really need to go all out on it. The Crayola Dalek, for anyone who's wondering, is the sole survivor of the Dalek prop, the Doctor Who and the Daleks currently. It is missing. Wow, missing? Is it just chained up in someone's basement, like forcing them to watch the Timeless Children on a loop? Is that what's happening? You know when Brannigan was talking about that guy who was standing in the fumes and his head grew massive? What if it was Chur? What if he was talking about the face of... Oh, True. The face of Bo. Dum dum dum. Well, the face of Bo should be in the 60th anyway, because Rusty Davis invented him. So, but then again, people don't like Captain Jack now. So, I wonder whether they will bring Captain Jack back for the Rusty Davis run. It's weird because obviously Russell knew what was going on, so it's kind of a funny one, really. We're not going to get into the politics of that, guys, because, well, I don't want to face the consequences of my opinions, so I'm not gonna say anything. You love my collection of Sonic and Doctor Who stuff. Thank you. Yeah, this isn't even half of it because we've got like we've got pretty much all of the classic figures in a box under my bed, so. You've been forced to watch Revolution of the Daleks on repeat. It's funny because as a bingey, trashy episode, it's alright, but in terms you can't take it seriously at all, because if you take it seriously for a second, then you're going to hate it. But it's easy to do that on retrospect with stuff like that, because there's plenty of classic episodes you watch and think, oh, this is just trashy fun, but when it came out, I'm sure people were thinking, oh, that was shit. So it's weird, like, so bad it's good. Is that just a result of the bad writing, or was it intentionally written to be bad? I don't know. Sonic and Tails are my favourite Sonic characters. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll say that Sonic is my favourite, to be honest. I know it's a very cliche answer to give, but yeah, he's just such an iconic character, and he doesn't get given the respect he deserves. I'm not as impressed with the second movie, given the latest trailer, but I did a trailer analysis on the MonoSupreme Mania channel, so go over to MonoSupreme Mania. That's where I did an analysis of that trailer, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it. What's inside of a Product Enterprise Dalek? You will never know. Have you seen the Sonic and Tails R series. I don't know. Maybe. R series? I can't remember. I love Sonic, but I don't know everything about it, so... Here's you with all the classic figures, and there's me with only a few that aren't B&M. How I envy those with money. I bought them upon initial release, so I got them for the retail price. But don't diminish your collection, because it's a reflection of you. I'm not saying if you have less, it makes you less of a person. I'm saying the items you buy are the ones that mean a lot to you. That's what collecting is. Like, no, don't let anybody make you feel bad for having less of a collection, because every single piece on here has a story, which is significant to me. So never let anyone make you feel bad about having a smaller collection or a smaller penis. What? You knew it was going there, guys. So don't. I want someone to print a picture of the Sonic the Hedgehog onto a Sonic screwdriver and call it. That would be a really funny custom to do, wouldn't it? I should like get one of my Sonic screwdrivers and just put Sonic's head on the end. And if I do that, then credit to you. I am wearing pants, don't worry, these are shorts. I'll put it under here, so you guys... There you go. Yes. The Absorbaloff should come back. Full time. Do you think Ryan Drummond is... I didn't even know that you were into Sonic, Devon, and you just come out with all of this now? I don't know. Ryan Drummond, he's very nostalgic for me. I think he does a fantastic job, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about Griffith and Roger which really works for me. They just tap into the... Ryan Drummond was good for the cool Sonic of that era, but I think Griffith gave him a lot more character, and I think Roger is the meme Sonic. So... Well, I'll just have to donate the whole collection to you then, won't I? No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I see Drummond coming up at the top of everybody's Sonic list. And I've got to say Roger. I don't know. When Sonic met the Doctor in LEGO Dimensions. Okay, at the risk of us losing viewers, we're going to stop talking about Sonic now. But yeah, that's all on the second channel, MonoSupreme Mania. So, yeah, Lego Doctor Who. That's what the last one was. So, I'm going to get this up. Share screen. Okay, so I'm a bit out of... yeah, I kind of missed this. This came out a month ago, about how there was a rumour of a Lego Doctor Who being a game. I could swear this has been passed around a lot, even before last month. I feel like this has definitely been something on the cards anyway. Doctor Who was the biggest selling set for Lego Dimensions. I don't know how true that is. I don't know whether there's any figures that we can look at. I don't mean action figures, I mean like numbers that we can look at which back up that point, so I don't know whether it's true or not. TT are in the mindset, that's the gaming company by the way if people didn't know, in the mindset of creating a game that features all possible Doctors. So that would mean, well, what would that mean? Would that mean Cushing Doctor? Would that mean the Scream of the Schalke Doctor? Who knows? The story, from what I've been told, is currently unannounced. New Doctor travelling through time. Don't trust anybody who makes spelling errors. Interacting with other Doctors. Wow, that sounds groundbreaking. But yeah, maybe something like... Because I'll read it in a minute. Lots of Victorian England focused levels, but also plenty of amazing alien planets. I'm glad it's not modern day England. By all accounts, TT have selected key episodes from each of the Doctor's runs and turned them into levels. I mean, that makes it more credible. That makes a lot more sense. I think, obviously, for Tom Baker, it'd be Genesis or something like that. So it would make sense if that were the case. It's scheduled to be released on the 60th anniversary. Now, yeah, somebody could just make this up and make it a clever marketing move in their own head. Because obviously that's a fantastic idea to release Lego Doctor Who with the 60th anniversary, with all the other merchandise. And yeah, perhaps this could be true. I think it's something that I wouldn't put past Lego, because, well, if they put the Doctor in Lego Dimensions, then why wouldn't they give him his own game, or their own game? It would only make sense, really. But at the end, yeah, Doctor Who just isn't the money-making machine that it used to be. So I feel like it would be a budget title. I don't think that it would have a massive budget if they were to make it into a game. I think possibly... Well, I don't think the classic actors would be that expensive anyway to get to do voiceovers, because they just love doing it anyway. So that's part of the budget that I could believe happening. But it's weird, because like, what if the 60th flopped and didn't do well? And they had this Lego Doctor Who game which they put all this money into, and it just didn't work. So it's yeah. Do I think this is legit or not? What do you guys think? It says grain of salt, so that kind of obviously makes it so believable. But it's odd, because everybody's wanted a Lego Doctor Who game at some point. We got a taste of it in Lego Dimensions. Let's have a look at Lego Dimensions, shall we? Doctor Who Lego Dimensions. Is this all of it? Now, I've never actually played past like this. I think this bit was. I think this is as far as I got, and I just got bored. So it doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not really that bothered. But I think it's something that a lot of you guys would be interested in. And you just heard a crisp packet rattle. Could they use archive voiceovers? Could they use archive voiceovers for the Doctors that cannot voice new dialogue anymore? Well, I'm pretty sure that they all can voice new dialogue, apart from the dead ones, obviously. That was so morbid. But yeah, perhaps they could do that. That would work, like they did for the 50th as well. But yeah, I can see it happening. But obviously, there's no legitimacy to the rumour, really. So, but then again, Dalek Apocalypse, Tom says that TT is still trying to release the Skywalker saga, for God's sake. Does that mean that it's not actually being released? So maybe they're having trouble getting the funding for that kind of thing. So what makes people think that a Lego Doctor Who game would be financially viable? Yeah, I'm in two minds, because I don't think it would make the money back, to be honest. So it'd be a bit of a weird business move to make, but it would look good on Lego's back catalogue, because a Lego Doctor Who game is kind of a novelty that most people want. So it's weird. I don't know. Doctor Who games don't really have a good track record anyway. I mean, the Eternity Clock didn't really do so well because, well, the cover art for that game was just the Doctor standing in front of a TARDIS. Way to sell your product there. And I've not played the game, but from the gameplay, it doesn't look all that great. Doctor Who is a funny one, because I think it struggles a lot to capture the game thing. I think the adventure games worked very well because they had the formula of the TV show. The format was the same, and it was just your bread and butter Doctor Who. But I think it would definitely struggle as a video game, because they've never really got it right. Because, well, the one they made in the 80s looked kind of crap as well. And yeah, I don't really think any kind of Doctor Who game has really stood out as any good. So then again, Lego games are getting worse anyway. They're not what they used to be. They're not like Lego Star Wars back in the day, the original one. So, you know, it's a mixed bag, I think. Apparently it'll be out next month, the Skywalker saga, on the 5th of April. I don't know. I like watching Star Wars, but I'm not really that into the expanded media and all the games and stuff. But I still love the original. I still love the original Lego Star Wars, so don't get me wrong. Okay. I don't really have much else to say on this Lego Doctor Who thing, really. Oh yeah, I have thought of something else I can say. Lego Doctor Who. Okay, so I got the inspiration from this video from Doctor Who Adventures. If you guys haven't watched these guys, then you should, because they put a lot of work into their videos. And obviously we've had the Lego set, so we've already had a little bit of Lego Doctor Who, which I've got, and it's worth quite a bit of money now. I might sell it because I'm not that bothered about it. And who knows, we could get like we could get bags of minifigures, some blind bags, a bit like character building. And my cat just came back as well. But we've already had character building, so it's kind of weird because I feel like the market, it kind of is there, but it kind of isn't. Like I feel like people's needs have been satisfied in terms of a Lego Doctor Who. But I mean, obviously, I'm talking for myself. Like character building's good enough for me. I'm not that bothered, but yeah, got like the minifigures here. The ones they've already made, they're good, they're pretty decent. And obviously there's a lot of potential because like the franchise of Doctor Who is so big anyway, and the cat's back and she's going to tell us off again. But not something that, I wouldn't collect them, it's not something that I'm bothered about really, but there you go. Okay, I think I've talked about Lego Doctor Who enough. Because it's kind of weird making a news report on something that you're not really that bothered about. I just thought it'd be interesting to bring up the discussion topic anyway. But yeah, it's been a good stream, guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up because you know, there's only so many hours in the day. And I think I've got all the footage I wanted for the ones after. But it's been really cool. It's been great having you here, guys. And yes, character building was awesome. I loved the little mini sets they did. I thought they had more charm than Lego, to be honest, because they were a Lego rip-off. And it's like, oh, that's really sweet. They're trying to be Lego, but they're not Lego. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic evening, and I will see you in the next live stream. I don't know what the discussion will be about, but I'll think of something. I think maybe I'll stick with this new format. I think it works, but maybe it'll be bi-weekly instead of weekly because I might run out of things to talk about because I don't listen to Big Finish and all that kind of stuff, so I can't talk about stuff like that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.